Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? I hope that you all are doing great. Welcome to your channel Mandi Scientific Academy. Today our lecture is related to chapter 10, which is Pythagoras theorem. Your book is D2 Math NSM2. I am going to explain you exercise 10b question number 8. Alright students, question number 8 is a table coaster in a shape of a rhombus has diagonals of length 10 centimeter and 24 centimeter. Find the length of each side of the coaster. So here these are the diagonals given, and they are saying that there is a table coaster which is in the shape of the rhombus. So let's draw this figure and solve it. Alright, so as it is a rhombus, so I'm going to draw it. Okay, it's just like a square. So this is a rhombus and there are two diagonals. This is the first diagonal and this is the second diagonal. They are saying that the length of the diagonals is 10 centimeter and 24 centimeter. Suppose this whole diagonal is equal to 10 centimeter, which is in horizontal, and this vertical diagonal is 12 centimeter. As it is, now here you can see that these are the four right angle triangles. As the question is find the length of each side of the coaster. So you know that all sides are equal. In rhombus, all sides are equal. So it means that we can find out only one length. Okay, we can find out only one length. So I'm taking this right angle triangle. Okay, so if I find out this length, so this length will be equal to, because this length will be equal to all other lengths, because it's rhombus, all sides are equal. So I'm going to take this right angle triangle and I'm going to find out this length. As you can see that this whole length is from here till here is 10. It means that the length from here till here is 5 centimeter. Okay, as you can see that the length from here till here is 12. So it means that the length from here till here is 6 centimeter. Okay, now we have selected this right angle triangle. Here the length from here till here is 6 and from here till here is 5. And this is the perpendicular, this is the base, and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, so let's draw the separate figure. This is base, which is 5 centimeter, and the length is 6 centimeter, and we have to find out the hypotenuse. Now we are going to use the formula to find out the hypotenuse, which is h square is equal to hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, the hypotenuse we have to find out, it's equal to x, so I will write on x square. Perpendicular is 6, I will write down 6 square, and base is 5, so I will write down 5 square. Alright, now let's solve it. 6 6 are 36 plus 5 5s are 25. I have put the values for perpendicular and base, and I got when I take the square of 6 I got 36, and when I take the square of 5 I got 25. Now I'll add 36 and 25. So what I will get, 36 plus 25 is equal to 61. Alright, as we have to find out the value of x, so I will omit this square. Okay students, now I will take the square root of 61. Square and square root will cut each other. So the value of x is here, square root of answer will be equal to square root of 61 will be equal to 7.81. So you write down okay, so now let's draw the figure. So here I'm going to draw the rhombus like this. So just remember that in rhombus all sides are equal. So I'm going to draw two diagonals from here till here and from here till here. As in the questions it's given that, as in the question is given that the length of the diagonals is 10 centimeter and 24 centimeter. Suppose this is 24 centimeter, this whole length is 24 centimeter, and this whole length is equal to 10 centimeter. As the question is find the length of each side of the coaster. So we have to find out the length. You know that this length, this length, this length, and these four lengths of the coasters are equal. Okay, so if we find out the length of one side, it will be equal to all other sides. So let's take any right angle triangle. As you can see that these are 4 right angle triangles. So let's take any right angle triangle to find out the length. As in this question, I'm taking this right angle triangle. So this is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is perpendicular. Now what is the base? As you can see that the length from here till here is 10. So it means that the length from here till here will be the half of 10. So it will be 5 centimeter. Okay, and you know that the length from here till here is 24 centimeters. So it means that the length from here till here will be the half of 12. So it means that the length from here till here will be 12 centimeter. Okay, I have divided the lengths because the full length is 10 now. So half length from here till here will be 5, and I have divided 24. From here till here it is 12. Okay, now let's draw the separate right angle triangle which we are taking. Here the base is 5 centimeter and here the length is 12 centimeter. Alright, now let's find out the length, this length. You know that here this is hypotenuse, this is perpendicular, and this is base. So I'm going to use the formula of the Pythagoras theorem, which is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse is x, so I'm going to take the square of x. Perpendicular is 12, so I'm going to take the square of 12. And base is 5, so I'm going to take the square of 5. So x square will be equal to, when I will take the square of 12, I will get 144. And when I will take the square of 5, I will get 25. Alright, now I will add both values. So what I will get, 144 plus 25 will be equal to 169. Okay, so now I will take square root on both sides because I have to omit the square to get the value of x. So square and square root will cut each other. So the value 169 will be equal to, so when you take the square root of 169, you will get 13. So let's take, so you will get 13. Okay, so the square root is 13. When you take the square root, you will get 13 centimeter. So it means that, students, the length of each side is 13 centimeters. So here you write down that the length of each side is 13 centimeter. Okay, so I hope that this question number 8 is clear to you. Now let's move forward to question number 9. Okay, students, here question number 9 is two spotlights P and Q are mounted on a vertical pole AB. This is a vertical pole AB, and there are two spotlights P and Q. Alright, so light beams from P and Q shine to 2 points on the ground H and K. So their shining points on the ground are H and K respectively. Given that PQ is equal to 12.7 and KB is equal to 7.2 and PH is equal to 39 and QK is equal to 21 meter. And QK is equal to 21 meter. Find BQ, the height above the ground at which the spotlight Q is mounted. Now we have to find out, you have to find out the length of B and Q. You have to find out this length. Okay, so you can find out this length from BQ because as you can see that this is a right angle triangle and this is your hypotenuse, this is your base, and this is your perpendicular. So let's find out BQ. Alright, so here this is your figure, and in part 1 you have to find out BQ, the length of BQ. So now we are going to find out the length of BQ. So consider this right angle triangle. This is your base. From here till here is your base, and from here till here is your hypotenuse, and from B to Q is your perpendicular. So it means that we have to find out the perpendicular. So let's use the formula of the Pythagoras theorem, which is a hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse is given, which is 21. So you will take the square of 21. And perpendicular is, we have to find a perpendicular, which is BQ. So write in BQ. And base is given, which is 17.2. Alright, so when you will take the square of 21, what you will get? So 21 square will be equal to 441. Okay, you will write on BQ square as it is. Now take the square of 17.2. So what you will get? You will get 295.84. Alright students, as we have to find out the value of BQ, so you'll move this value to this side, okay, to the left hand side. So setting over here, it will go to that side, it will be subtracted from 441. So BQ square is equal to 441 minus 295.84. So BQ square will be equal to, so when you will subtract, okay, 441 minus 295.84 will be equal to 145.16. As you have to find out the value of BQ, so you will take square root on both sides. So square and square root will cut each other. So the value of BQ will be equal to, alright, so square root of answer will be equal to 12. So students, here the answer is 12.0 meter. Now we have found the value of BQ. Now let's move forward to second part. In second part, they are saying that HK, the distance between the projections of the light beams. Now you have to find out H and K. Okay, can you see it from H and K? Okay students, now we have found the value of BQ, which is 12.0. So now consider this whole right angle triangle, because we can find out HK if we know the length from here till here. Okay, so now I'm considering this whole right angle triangle. From here till here is your perpendicular, from here till here is your base, and from here till here is your hypotenuse. Okay, so your hypotenuse is 39 meter, and your perpendicular, for perpendicular, as you can see that this is your hypotenuse and this whole is your perpendicular. So you have to add 12.7 and 12. So when you will add 12.7 and 12, what you will get? You will get 24.7. So your perpendicular is 24.7. Alright, now we have found the perpendicular. Now we can find out the base, which is H and B, which is H and B is your base, which you need to find out. Okay, now let's use the formula of the Pythagoras theorem, which is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse is your 39. So you will take the square of 39. Your perpendicular is here, you have found by adding these two numbers. So your perpendicular is 24.7. And base you have to find out, which is HB. Alright, so when you will take the square of 39, what you will get? You will get 1521. And when you will take the square of 24.7, what you will get? You will get 610.09. You write on HB as it is. Okay, as you have to find out the value of HB, so you'll move this value to this side. So HB is equal to 1521 minus 610.09. So, okay, here this is HB square. So HB square will be equal to 1521 minus 610.09. So you will get 910.91. Okay, so to omit the square, you will take square root on both sides. So when you will take the square root, you will get the value of HB. So when you will take the square root, you will get 30.1. 30.1. But so as you can see that we have to find out the value of HK. So this whole length is 30.1. So to find out HK, you will subtract the 17.2 from this whole length. Okay, so from HK is equal to, you will subtract this length from the whole length, is 30.1 minus 17.2. So when you will subtract, you will get HK minus 17.2 minus 17.2. So you will get 12.9 meter, which is your answer. Okay, so I hope that today's concept is clear to you. Do the practice of these sums, because when you do the practice, then this concept will be more clear to you. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.